I'm Dr. B, and this is Katie Lucas.
Hi.
She's one of our behaviorists. And this is Daphne. She's a behaviorist in training. And we're going to talk about extrinsic rewards today. Katie, what is an extrinsic reward?
So it's anything that you get that's external. Oftentimes people will use screen time, a favorite toy, or a favorite snack or sweet treat.
What is the problem with using extrinsic rewards? Because we talk a lot about extrinsic rewards and how they are challenging to use with students. So what's the problem with them?
So there's a couple things. They often don't teach any kind of values you're trying to teach the student. They typically aren't long lasting. So once they've earned it a few times, you typically have to up the ante. So more sweet treats, more time on a screen, and they're often dysregulating. So when it comes time to finish using whatever that extrinsic reward is, you then have to spend time regulating the student before you can move on with the schedule.
Yeah. My favorite extrinsic reward story is when I actually got called in to do an assessment on a student who had harmed a staff person due to the fact that they ran out of starburst. It was tragic. Just tragic. So what is an intrinsic reward?
So it's anything that
What is an intrinsic reward?
So that can be anything that they're gaining that's internal, and often they also teach something that we consider a value that we've been working with the student on.
Okay. Like what, can you give us an example?
So playing outside, playing a board game or a puzzle, reading a book.
Especially with a preferred person.
Yes, spending time with someone that's important to you.
Especially if those demonstrate values, right?
Yes.
Like what are some good ones that we should be concerned about as far as like teaching values, making sure we're reinforcing those intrinsic values?
Turn taking, sharing,
kindness.
Yeah.
Yes. You're doing a great job at that. Daphne is doing a wonderful job at sharing.
Yes.
Right? Taking turns. Whose turn is it now? Is it my turn? Thank you. Give to Mama. Oh, that's great.
Good job.
What is the problem? What happens with extrinsic rewards when people use extrinsic rewards a lot?
So normally the student either loses the value in that extrinsic reward. So the starburst, either they run out and the student's upset that they've now run out, or they just don't care about them anymore because they've had that special reward so often that it no longer has value to them. And so reinforcing those positive behaviors ends up becoming null because they're not motivated.
Or they could need more, right?
Yeah.
I got one lollipop yesterday, but
Yeah,
that's
now I
not
want
enough.
2.
If you want me to do that, I now want 5.
Or the same with screen time.
Yeah, I want more time.
You had a minute, but now after a week, that minute isn't enough, and then you have to up it to 5 minutes. And
or they can't transition off it. You know, they can't change paces to go do something, another activity. So what is the best way to reinforce intrinsic rewards?
So really just focusing on whatever those values are that you're focusing on with your student. So for Daphne, it's learning, turn taking, sharing with friends.
Thank you.
So when she is picking her intrinsic reward, it's normally us playing some kind of game. She's really into balls. She's really into trampolines. So learning to share with someone that's special to you. Dr. B is the special.
And Mom. Thank you so much, Katie, for joining us today. We really appreciate it. For more tips and tricks, join us at www.thebehaviorbootcamp.com for our free webinar.